'Cause I'll ignite the flames of new life. The glory is always by your side. Our faith will never collide. Through the dark night, there's always a light, always a sign, showing that we will win this fight.
When you feel like everything's dead and in, so hard to stand, the whole world's like a train. Keep taking an L, everything's a vain. You feel so powerless with your bare hands. Speak it out even when your voice shaking, cause we'll make it. Our steps be groundbreaking. We'll be the blockbuster of the season for the sake of freedom. Keep dreaming, compete for the dreams till they retreat. Put on some speed till you hit the beat. Keep moving forward even when your heart's bleeding. Y'all know where we're really glass ceiling. Believe it, hang on for victory. Write a new chapter of history. Don't let anyone define your limit. Sometimes the loss has a lot of meaning in it. Now I'm a loaded gun with a lot of ammo. Fragile like a bomb, don't crush my ego. Expand the scope, I'm ready for war. Cause fantasy doesn't excite me anymore.
'Cause I'll ignite the flames of new life. The glory is always by your side. Our faith will never collide. Through the dark night, there's always a light, always a sign, showing that we will win this fight. Win this fight. To collapse, to fall, to break, but always come back stronger.
I'm feeling alive again, my lungs and pupils dilate.
Kneel down to fate, to be the one who
No
conquers.
one can take away our power and our faith.
'Cause I'll
Compete for the dreams till they retreat. Put on some speed till you hit the peak. Keep moving forward even when your heart's bleeding. Y'all know when we're bringing glass ceiling. Believe it, hang on for victory. Write a new chapter of history. Don't let anyone find your limit. Sometimes the loss has a lot of meaning in it. I'm a loaded gun with a lot of ammo. Fragile like a bomb, don't crush my ego. Expand the scope, I'm ready for war. Cause fantasy doesn't excite me anymore. When we raise our voices together, filling the void. Trust your gut, then bear the palm. Show them who's the GOAT.
Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup, a brand new tournament centered around intense core gameplay of Victory Revenge. Two guilds will clash in each match, earning points by controlling homes, defeating monsters, vanquishing enemies, and completing various objectives. The guild with the highest score in the end of the match claims victory. The Loki Cup is divided into Tier A League and Tier B League, each crowning its own champion guild. The event has 5 phases: practice matches, qualifiers, registration, eliminations, and the grand finals. During the practice matches, guilds can freely participate and familiarize themselves with the tournament format. Victories and defeats during this phase will not affect rankings. During the qualifiers, guild ranking points will be reset based on each guild's total power. A new guild ranking league board will be introduced. Match outcomes will affect the rankings. At the end of the qualifiers, the top 64 guilds on the league board will qualify to register for the tournament. In registration phase, the top 64 guilds from qualifiers may register for either Tier A or Tier B league. Both leagues are limited to 32 guilds. The top 2 ranked guilds from the qualifiers will automatically register for the Tier A league. Once 32 guilds have registered for Tier A, registration for the Tier B league will open. After registration closes, an announcement phase begins. The final list of guilds participating in both Tier A and Tier B leagues will be locked. Only members listed in the official guild roster at this time will be eligible to participate in the eliminations. Eliminations. Guilds will be seeded and ranked 1 to 32 within their respective leagues based on their points obtained in qualifiers. From top 32 to top 8, the tournament will follow a single elimination format, with matchups as follows: 1 versus 32, 2 versus 31, 3 versus 30, and so on. The top 4 guilds from each league will advance to the grand finals. In the grand finals, BO3 single elimination is used. Both Tier A and Tier B league will each crown their own champion guild. The Loki Cup brings with it all new rewards. Guilds from both leagues will receive exclusive tournament titles, portrait frames, and a prestigious Champion Medal of Honor. Tier A guilds will also receive an exclusive mount as an additional prize. Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup. A legend rises at the break of dawn. Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup, a brand new tournament centered around intense core gameplay of Vigrid Venge. Two guilds will clash in each match, earning points by controlling homes, defeating monsters, vanquishing enemies, and completing various objectives. The guild with the highest score in the end of the match claims victory. The Loki Cup is divided into Tier A League and Tier B League, each crowning its own champion guild. The tournament features 3 distinct battlegrounds: Vigridfield, Ruinscape, and Phalanx. Each map offers unique challenges and contributes to your guild's total points and guild merits. Guild points acquisition. Vigridfield is the main field. Earn a large amount of guild points by completing key objectives. Ruinscape is the battlefield A. Completing objectives here grants moderate guild points and a large amount of guild merits. Vigridfield and Ruinscape scoring events: defeating Fallen Valkyrie, Horn Possession, defeating Adamant Lord, defeating Fenrir, defeating Undead Spirit, eliminating enemy guild members. Heimdall Messenger. At the start of each match, a Fallen Valkyrie spawns at the center of the map. Defeating her guarantees a horn drop. The adventurer who obtains the horn transforms into Heimdall Messenger and gains exclusive skills: Group Summon, Divine Teleport, and Sanctuary Shield. However, after 60 seconds, the horn holder will be afflicted by Divine Backlash, gradually losing HP. Only by activating the Jello Altar can this curse be temporarily resisted. Note: Jello Altar will become disabled over time, adding urgency to strategic use. Defeat Element Lords. Water, wind, earth, fire that will appear on the map. Defeating one grants your team a 1-minute group buff. Undead Spirit. Defeating an undead spirit grants a large amount of points. Fenrir. Defeating Fenrir allows you to transform into Fenrir Avatar. A Fenrir Avatar can instantly slay the Heimdall Messenger, making it the key to help your guild secure victory. Phalanx is sub-battlefield B, where the core gameplay is to collect fruits of Yggdrasil. Submitting fruits of Yggdrasil grants your guild a small amount of guild points and guild merits. Collect fruits of Yggdrasil. Defeating Nidhogg and its offspring. Gathering resources. Defeating enemy guild members. Victory conditions for a single match. At the end of the battle, guilds are ranked by points, horn final possession, current guild power. When the match concludes, the guild that holds the horn will be granted bonus points. The guild with the highest performance across these metrics will emerge victorious. Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup. A legend rises at the break of dawn.
Have you seen anything like this before? Volker sings, hear her sweet voice soar. Golden mead flowing in Valhalla's glow, where the northern lights in splendor show. Have you seen anything like this before? Silver swords gleam in the light of dawn. Thunder roars, dance unfolds, where immortal hearts belong. Sing the ode to the battle's fight, to heroes fight alone. Raise your voice from Asgard to the world. Our saga will be told. Our saga will be told. Underneath the moon's enchanting sights,
this day be etched in the pedestal of history. Let's forge our fate through courage and determination at the edge of abyss. For faith, for honor, for those who came before us. This is not just a battle, it is our saga.
Sing the earth to the battle's fought. Two heroes fight alone. Raise your voice from the sky to the world. Our saga will be told. Our saga will be told. Toast to stars that brightly gleam. Valhalla's echoes fill the dream. There's no room for doubt or fear. Toast to stars that brightly gleam. Valhalla's echoes fill the dream. There's no room for doubt or fear. Sing the ode to the battle's fight. Two heroes fight alone. Raise your voice from the sky to the world. Our saga will be told. Our saga will be told. Out to the battle's fight. Two heroes fight alone. Raise your voice from the sky to the world. Our saga will be told. Our saga will be told. Our saga will be told. Our saga will be Glass of wine, confetti crowds, all blurred out when I saw your face. Ferris wheel was turning slow, but my heart is racing fast. I know time moves on, sometimes we're on circles and merry-go-round. But I'm sure whenever, wherever, your smile always fills my void. Memories glow, light a fireflies and midnight slow us. You look just as beautiful as I remember. A new chapter is about to unfold. Shall we dance in the ice cream flavored dream of summer night? I pour your clothes on fireworks pop in the sky. Let up your lashes on it bright. Forget the mess. Do you dare run away with me now? Follow where the summer breeze blows and show you the pixels of my heart. Pixels of my heart. Let's go pick us some seashells where I hide my secret spell. How the balloons are soaring high. Wish I could write our names apart. It threw a shade to the fountain, realize when I look at you that all my dreams are completed. Now let me make a wish come true. Yeah, light a fireflies and midnight slow us. You look just as beautiful as I remember. A new chapter's about to unfold. Shall we escape. No one can take away our power and our faith. Once we showed up in this game, this thrill won't fade away. See us step in the spot, shining like VVS rose. Another one bites the dust, making my adrenaline rush. My crown will never rot, 'cause I'll ignite the flames of new life. The glory is always by your side. Our faith will never collide. Through the dark night, there's always a light, always a sign, showing that we will win this fight.
When you feel like everything's dead and in, so hard to stand, the whole world's like a prank. Keep taking an L, everything's in vain. You feel so powerless with your bare hands. Speak it out even when your voice shaking, 'cause we'll make it. Our steps be groundbreaking. We'll be the blockbuster of the season for the sake of freedom. Keep dreaming, compete for the dreams till they retreat. Put on some speed till you hit the beat. Keep moving forward even when your heart's bleeding. Y'all know we're ready to ceiling. Believe it, hang on for victory. Write a new chapter of history. Don't let anyone define your limit. Sometimes the loss has a lot of meaning in it. Know I'm a loaded gun with a lot of ammo. Fragile like a bomb, don't crush my ego. Expand the scope, I'm ready for war. 'Cause fantasy doesn't excite me anymore.
'Cause I'll ignite the flames of new life. The glory is always by your side. Our faith will never collide. Through the dark night, there's always a light, always a sign, showing that we will win this fight. Win this fight. To collapse, to fall, to break, but always come back stronger.
I'm feeling alive again. My lungs and pupils dilate.
Kneel down to fate, to be the one who conquers.
No one can take away our power and our faith.
'Cause I'll
And compete for the dreams till they retreat. Put on some speed till you hit the peak. Keep moving forward even when your heart's bleeding. You'll know when we're ready to that ceiling. Believe it, hang on for victory. Write a new chapter of history. Don't let anyone find your limit. Sometimes the loss has a lot of meaning. It doesn't want a loaded gun with a lot of ammo. Fragile like a bomb, don't crush my ego. Expand the scope, I'm ready for war. 'Cause fantasy doesn't excite me anymore. When we raise our voices together, filling the void. Trust your gut, then bear the palm. Show 'em who's the GOAT.
Darkness falls and players rise. The Loki Cup begins. No disguise. Power surges, skills ignite. Only legends rule tonight. And on this wonderful Halloween night, I'd like to welcome everyone to the live broadcast of the Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup Tier B Grand Finals. My name is Zero, and joining me today here is Nikki.
Hello, good evening, adventurers. It's still me, Nikki, alongside with Cyril. Happy Halloween, everyone. But hold the thought, let us thank our sponsor. Thank you so much to 1-1 for their huge support for the Loki Cup 2025. Always remember, one team, one champion, no limits. The world's #1 gaming top-up platform. Seamless, secure, trusted by gamers worldwide. And from October 9th until November 28th, if you top up for your ROO needs at the 1-1 website, you'll get a chance to win a fully paid trip to Ragnarok Festa on December 13th, 2025.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of prizes, a lot of winners tonight from the audience, not just our teams and guilds as well. So make sure you contact customer support from 1-1 to be able to claim your prize. If you get to win, you know, Nikki will be able to walk you through the steps a little bit later on. But now here tonight, in a few moments, we'll be witnessing the grand finals between two of the best teams in the Tier B League. We have NEKOMATA going up against Crimson in the grand finals.
Yes, and for the first gift code for everyone, please do redeem this now. It's called Fight for
Honor.
Honor LC 2025. Okay, so I think the chat, they are asking me to pin the codes, but yeah, maybe I'll just type it in the comment section. Once again, please do redeem Fight for Honor LC 2025. Fight.
Make sure you claim this and share this with your friends and guildmates or anyone at all who's not on the stream yet, because not only you get to witness the crowning of a new champion, but you also might be able to walk away with some fantastic prizes as well, courtesy of our fantastic partner 1-1, of course. But tonight, Nikki, we'll be witnessing two guilds, two very strong guilds, both from Frontera 7, going up against each other in the grand finals in the first of its kind. This is the first ever Loki Cup grand finals. We haven't had this event ever, and it has been an interesting event so far. We've seen a lot of upsets, a lot of fantastic plays from different guilds as well. But tonight, I think we are in for a treat.
Definitely. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to be sitting here at the commentary table together with Cyril. Yeah, finally, finally together with Cyril. Cyril will be carrying me through the broadcast. But anyway, we would like to request our viewers or adventurers to also do share the live stream, heart react, interact at the comment section, because we really want the live stream to be really active. And also for everyone's information, the live stream it has a 2-minute delay. If you're asking us why we're kind of delayed with the with responding. But anyway, you mentioned that these two teams, they made it so far, I think from top 32, right? Up until the top 2. Now we are about to witness the conclusion of all their efforts for the Loki Cup 2025 here in Tier B. And just a bit, we're gonna also show the viewers how to play Loki Cup, just in case they don't know.
Yep, it is a rather new format, and these teams haven't just gone through 31 other teams. They've also gone through a very grueling process of, I think, nearly 3 months of qualification matches and another month of practice matches. So there was a lot of time and effort put in by both these guilds and all the guilds participating, in fact, in towards this tournament, because there are a lot of fantastic prizes that you will find out what they are as well, just for the players. So definitely there is a lot at stake here.
Yes, and you know that for a fact, because you participated from the practice matches up to the qualifiers, the semis, and also tomorrow for Tier A. So good luck to everyone who made it to Tier A Grand Finals. But now let's focus on the Tier B Grand Finals. NEKOMATA and Crimson, both of the teams, I think you kind of mentioned that these two teams, they are a bit close when it comes to their power, right?
Yep.
Firepower and so yeah, I'm really intrigued who's gonna win for tonight.
They are rather new guilds, at least in the Frontera 7 server. They merged in from the latest merge, so I'm not too familiar with the people inside it. I had a chat with the leaders from both sides, and I got to understand a little bit of a little bit of their preparation and how they're viewing this. Both guilds are kind of surprised they actually made it all the way here to the grand finals, but nonetheless, it was the culmination of all their hard work, everyone's effort and contribution to make it so far. This is a close finals, especially in the main field, but it is going to be not just one main field, but all 3 fields coming into play. So with this, let's take a look at how Loki Cup will be played and how each guild will be able to win.
Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup, a brand new tournament centered around intense core gameplay of Vigrid Venge. 2 guilds will clash in each match, earning points by controlling homes, defeating monsters, vanquishing enemies, and completing various objectives. The guild with the highest score in the end of the match claims victory. The Loki Cup is divided into Tier A League and Tier B League, each crowning its own champion guild. The event has 5 phases: practice matches, qualifiers, registration, eliminations, and the grand finals. During the practice matches, guilds can freely participate and familiarize themselves with the tournament format. Victories and defeats during this phase will not affect rankings. During the qualifiers, guild ranking points will be reset based on each guild's total power. A new guild ranking league board will be introduced. Match outcomes will affect the rankings. At the end of the qualifiers, the top 64 guilds on the league board will qualify to register for the tournament. In registration phase, the top 64 guilds from qualifiers may register for either Tier A or Tier B league. Both leagues are limited to 32 guilds. The top 2 ranked guilds from the qualifiers will automatically register for the Tier A league. Once 32 guilds have registered for Tier A, registration for the Tier B league will open. After registration closes, an announcement phase begins. The final list of guilds participating in both Tier A and Tier B leagues will be locked. Only members listed in the official guild roster at this time will be eligible to participate in the eliminations. Eliminations, guilds will be seeded and ranked 1 to 32 within their respective leagues based on their points obtained in qualifiers. From top 32 to top 8, the tournament will follow a single elimination format, with matchups as follows: 1 versus 32, 2 versus 31, 3 versus 30, and so on. The top 4 guilds from each league will advance to the grand finals. In the grand finals, BO3 single elimination is used. Both Tier A and Tier B league will each crown their own champion guild. The Loki Cup brings with it all new rewards. Guilds from both leagues will receive exclusive tournament titles, portrait frames, and a prestigious Champion Medal of Honor. Tier A guilds will also receive an exclusive mount as an additional prize. Ragnarok Origin Loki Cup. A legend rises at the break of dawn.
We had a glimpse of the rewards there in the video, but that was what the guilds are fighting for. Fantastic rewards all this time. You've got the title, you've got the portrait, you've got a bunch of other resources that are, I wouldn't say they are hard to get, but they are very helpful for all the adventurers out there looking to upgrade and improve their characters. And not to mention, of course, the Tier A winner does have that fantastic looking mount.
Yeah, I said the prize for everyone aside from honor and glory, but also would like to mention the physical medal, right?
Oh yeah.
They will get that, okay? So it's limited edition, guys, so stay focused until the very end. And at this point later on, we're gonna show our viewers, adventurers at the chat what's at stake, like what Cyril has mentioned. We're gonna show you guys the rewards for Tier A and Tier B grand final or grand champion winners. But anyway, Cyril, I think the chat, you have a lot of fans in the chat, so if you want to shout out, you have a lot of fans at the chat right now. So yeah, I think they're not rooting for Crimson or Nekomata. They're rooting for Cyril.
I mean, I just like to welcome everyone who's here in the chat. Of course, thank you for watching with me and Nikki here on this Halloween night. And it will be a fantastic achievement for regardless of whichever guild wins, because they are both representing Frontera 7. They've been fighting through a lot of other stronger, a lot of similar powered guilds, and they've made it this far, proving that they are one of the best in their league. So uh, definitely make sure you cheer for either one of the guilds that you're supporting as well, because we are looking at those supporting messages.
Yeah, so don't forget to stay tuned until the very end because aside from the interaction in the chat, we also have a lot of giveaways, live draw, and the gift code. You don't want to miss out any, so stay tuned until the very end. And also, Zero, since we're just waiting for the KB for the rewards, I just want to ask you, since you personally play from the practice matches up until, yeah, for the grand finals, there's a lot of mechanics and objectives. Oh, hold
There we
that
go.
thought. Okay, so these are the rewards. I want to focus on Tier B Champion Guild. They will get this right, Zero.
Yep, they get name berries, they get a card album, they get a couple of Nightingale crystals, and the physical medal. I received one for the Odin Cup, and it is one of like my proudest possessions right now. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm pretty sure that whoever gets the winner of the Tier A and Tier B getting that physical medal, it is something that you will proudly display because it is just a work of art.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is going to be an intense match because they're so near in getting this rewards.
One step away.
Yes, both Nekomata and Crimson. So yeah, this is it. The moment that we're all been waiting for. For the Tier B, we have Nekomata against Crimson in just a bit for tonight. This is going to be a best of 3 series for the Tier B finals. Zero, you mentioned both of them representing Frontera 7. Does it mean that players from Frontera 7 are really good?
Well, I would say there is a lot of the amount of the player base here is still pretty active. That's why you see so many Frontera 7 guilds competing in both Tier A and Tier B. And here we take a look at the top players from Nekomata. Their total power is 176 million. That's the total power. The strongest players, you have The World, CL, Born to Be, Lord Oms, and Apologize. Good mix of physical and magic there with a Warlock. You've got the Nightwatch, got Supernovas, and a couple of GXs. But here, on the other side, you have Crimson, slightly lower in terms of total power, but Skurai, very strong Warlock by his own right. You've got B, you've got Tomioka, Anya, and Popoy as well, rounding up their top 5 players. Having a genetic that strong can be a game changer in their lineup.
Yeah, so here are the top 5 most powerful players for each of the teams, and hopefully we'll get a glimpse of them in the field. Yeah, because we have a lot of fields here, subfield, main field, and also there's a lot of going back to the mechanics. Yeah, the map is so huge, and there's so much going on. I want to ask you personally, Zero, which among the objectives do you find difficult?
Well, it's not a single objective, but more of making sure everybody understands the importance of the objectives and making sure that everyone are assigned to a specific objective at a specific time, because multiple objectives, they do have overlapping spawn times, which makes it very confusing, and especially for a less coordinated guild. So making sure that all your members understand their goals, the objectives on the map, and who to go for them is going to be crucial here, especially in this finals matchup, because Nekomata not just has the power advantage, but they also have the numbers advantage. They have slightly more members compared to Crimson, and that will matter here because it's not just the main field, but there is also RuneScape and Felons that may affect the outcome of this best of 3.
Wow, you've mentioned a lot of the mechanics, but yeah, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm so good here. Yeah. For those who cannot understand so much, don't worry. Zero has a video explaining everything about Loki Cup. I watched that personally. But yes, since coming from a player POV who actually competed from the semifinals, it does make sense that it's not just about proper coordination and such. Each player has their own role, regardless if they're playing in the subfield or main field. Regardless if I'm just picking fruits subfield.
It is an important role especially in Felons, because the little bit of amount of points that each player that gets will contribute to your guild's win. So we've seen a lot of close matches in both Tier A and Tier B so far. We've seen matches decided by less than 100k points, even yesterday as well.
Yesterday.
So everybody's contribution in all the maps will matter. Every single mistake, every single every single outplay that you are able to do may affect the outcome of that fight.
Yeah, because I'm just really intrigued amongst all of the objectives, amongst all of the mechanics. I wonder which one is the hardest. Is it like keeping the horn or keeping the horn bearer safe? Or like scouting where the next altar will respawn. So there's a lot of things to actually look out for. So yeah,
Yep.
hands up, hands down to those players who really play well. I mean, our remaining two players, especially our teams here for our grand finals.
Yep, there is a lot on the line for both these guilds, and you know they've been preparing for this moment. They are at the grand finals. I'm pretty sure, you know, nerves are normal at this point. But hey, we just wish that both these guilds play their best and will be able to provide an entertaining finals to
For
all
sure.
our audience out there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I know the viewers, our chat, they're actually holding on because they've already placed in their wagers, their coins. So yeah,
yes.
better root for your favorite teams right now. This is going to be a close match. As per Zero, you mentioned, right? This is going to be a close match. Is it?
It is. The main field is going to be close. Both these guilds' main battlefield is very even. It's going to boil down to whoever's main, especially for Crimson, because their secondary field is comparatively weaker to NEKOMATA. Can their main field create a big enough gap to overcome their weaknesses in the other two fields? Because if Crimson is able to do that, they might be able to eke out a win. But if Crimson isn't able to be able to get a good showing in the main battlefield, then it might spell trouble for them in this grand finals.
Yeah, so we have to look out for those things that Zero has mentioned. They have to compensate. Crimson has to compensate when it comes to their lack of, I mean, not lack of numbers, players, as compared to NEKOMATA. Aside from that, like what Zero mentioned as well with with their power as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're about to go into our game number 1. I'm pretty much excited to go in. Actually, we're just waiting for the players to settle in. And usually, Zero, just want to ask you, I'm also intrigued with this. Which one do you prefer, like, prioritizing taking down the Dracula or going into the middle of the battle?
I think a balance has to be met, but let's see if both these guilds will do the same as we head into game number 1 of this best of 3. And the Valkyrie, you can look at the minimap. It is already being heavily contested by both sides. Only a small amount of other members are being split off to the evil spirits, but here there is a big fight on towards the Valkyrie. And so far, Crimson does have control over the Valkyrie at the moment. The genetics coming into play, creating a wall where you cannot pass through. But will it be enough? Because once the defenses go down, once your members start being picked off one at a time, then they are able to enter this no-go zone.
That is correct here. But yeah, huge advantage right now with the points. But like you mentioned, this is not just huge, like 50,000 against Crimson here. Someone's already unstoppable with 10 kill streak here. Looking at the Fallen Valkyrie, I think it's 40% HP. This is
Yep.
kind of, tanky. The Valkyrie, I'm happy that the Valkyrie is not, you cannot just one hit delete
Yep.
the Valkyrie.
It takes good control over the battlefield to be able to secure it. And so far, NEKOMATA does look like they have the upper hand, but we still have groups of Crimson still left alive. If they get lucky, if they get the last hit, they might find themselves in a good start here. As Valkyrie almost dropping. Who's gonna get the first one? That's 30k points to whoever gets the last hit of the first Valkyrie. NEKOMATA. Oh, the Valkyrie is in a good position for Crimson to get it. Can they secure the last hit? Here comes the terminal statues. Can they get it? Who does it go to? It goes towards the side of NEKOMATA, and Cypher immediately uses the group summon, regroups his guildmates, and maybe trying to walk out, but he's kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere there.
Yeah, divine teleportation will be used
teleport.
here now. But yeah, the skills, he used group summon before divine teleportation. Is that the proper? I don't want to question anything, but yeah, let's watch Cypher here. I think it's gonna go towards which altar though? Right side?
He is right now on the top left, heading towards the top right. That's probably not the location I would go for, because you know
Yeah.
that majority of the enemies
From
were
middle.
on the middle of the map. You kind of want to hit left or down, but now he is walking into fire here. So far, his guildmates have been able to protect them. We do see a group of NEKOMATA's members going for the water undying water spirit as well, a water elemental lord, so they should be able to secure that. And so far, no contest on towards the Valkyrie. We see some members trying to catch up to it, but NEKOMATA should be able to secure this altar and head towards the next one.
That was a really fast rack up scores coming from NEKOMATA, from like 100,000 going up right now to 370, and they're just waiting for the next altar to spawn. There are a couple of strugglers coming from Crimson trying to catch up here with Cypher, but still outnumbered by NEKOMATA.
Yep, Crimson finally caught up here and trying to bring down the Valkyrie. It's about 50%, 60%, and it is being healed up slightly, so that's gonna keep it alive for a little bit longer. But we do see Crimson slowly catching up there. Zap getting close. Couple of Fruity Tooty Guillotine Crosses have the better time chasing after it because of their move speed
Backslide.
as well, and their movement skills, of course. But right now, Cypher is still being able to move up to the next altar, the bottom right one, and will be able to go for that. But here, Crimson, they are rallying. You can look at the minimap. There's a lot of red dots running towards the Horn Bearer right now. That's something that NEKOMATA has to watch out for.
Yeah, from what a journey it has been from top to bottom altar, and now going towards to the left, almost to the left side here. But I have to applaud NEKOMATA's team or parties assisting Ann and Cypher right now. They're doing their best to actually wipe any Crimson trying to catch up with Ann and Cypher at this point. Yeah, like you mentioned, it's uncontested, and yeah, Ann and Cypher is just so untouchable right now. 500,000 to 193. Surely NEKOMATA has already secured all of their tiers of buffs, movement speed, damage reduction, and even damage increase. So this is a really good advantage. They just snowballed from early game up to this point, and we're just like 15 minutes, 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, NEKOMATA has been really been able to delay the chasers, right? The killers of the Horn Bearers usually are these individual chasers. You know, you got the Guillotine Crosses, some Warlocks sometimes. Oh, Fruity Tooty going for it, doing good damage to Cypher. Cypher trying to make a run for it. Here comes the support coming from NEKOMATA. Can Fruity Tooty bring it down in time? No, looks like he cannot. Oh, gets frozen. He has to watch out not to walk back in towards the Oblivion AoE. He's still alive, not dropping as of yet, but Crimson is closing in. They are surrounding the Valkyrie right now, and he's trying to find an open space to try and back off. Runs back into the Oblivion. Good jukes there from Cypher. But NEKOMATA needs to keep up with this, because right now B is on the spot. He is exactly on the Valkyrie. He's giving chase. And this might be the point where Crimson, they might be able to get this. No defenders on the Valkyrie right now. They are coming in slowly, but can they deal with the threat from Crimson fast enough before they lose it?
Numbers game, NEKOMATA still has an advantage against a party of Crimson trying to catch up with Ann and Cypher. Well, I have to, kudos still to Tutti Frutti and his party mates, but still, they are quite scattered, especially in this narrow path here going towards this altar. It's just so hard for them to actually keep up and go inside or penetrate the defenses here from NEKOMATA. Now, looking at the minimap here, movement is, they've already went a clockwise journey from top right. Now we're here at
Crimson
top
gets
left.
it. Crimson uses a nice pincer move and able to get the Valkyrie, teleports away Skurai, will be able to get himself to safety and will recall the rest of his guildmate as well. So this is a good good position right now for Crimson. They are able to start racking up their points and regroup their members as well. So this will provide them with some much needed points, because if you look at the score right now, Nikki, it is almost 600,000 difference between both these guilds.
Yeah, but at least finally Crimson's no longer stuck with 100,000. So I think Skurai, what he did back there, teleportation before group summon, was a really good call. But now everyone's just converging in this narrow path. But Skurai needs to move, needs to go to another altar. But now this is going to be a clash, and it's just gonna boil down to whoever guild is most tanky, more tanky, and more sustained right now.
This choke point.
Yeah, this is the choke point. It's just so hard for them to actually get out of this area. Skurai needs to move and needs to go to another altar.
Yeah,
The
he's
longest
really trying to
rally.
push down, but it's just way too hard. You see so many members of NEKOMATA on the low
Yeah.
ground trying to push up. They break through. The Valkyrie
Yeah.
goes down, but is retaken immediately by B from the side of Crimson. So they do keep the Valkyrie on their side, but can they run to the next altar? There is about 30 seconds before you are in desperate need of the altar's damage prevention.
No, they've already been pushed.
Yeah, both sides surrounded. B can't run away, and it will be NEKOMATA being able to get the horn back in their side. It's going to be CL holding on to it for now, but they are also surrounded on the other side. For NEKOMATA, they can't really move from this position as we do see Crimson swarming up the high ground. They are surrounding the Valkyrie. Oh, the Valkyrie moving down slowly. Everyone's a little bit too focused on the PvP side.
Yeah.
Crimson is trying to stop it from leaving the low ground. And here comes the rest of NEKOMATA. They spot the danger. They're trying to back up the horn. Can they prevent it from falling here? Lots of damage going through. Valkyrie is still stuck in the low ground. Can they keep it alive? No, he gets the teleport off though. So CL keeps the Valkyrie on the side of NEKOMATA. Can he summon the rest of his guildmates to back him up? They are at the horn is on the bottom right. So a little bit of a distance for them to cover. But that also means that he has a couple of seconds where he is completely safe.
Yes, and blue dots represent NEKOMATA. I think they're now going towards the lower right where CL is currently at. But big, I don't know how to pronounce this Yuko. Big Yuko, but anyway, Elise and people from Crimson trying to catch up CL here. So that was a really good play coming from CL with the group teleport, with divine teleportation. Now going towards the lower left side for another altar with this with a party to support CL. Now, yeah, 1.2 million against 400. Crimson, they need to up their game. They need to take down the horn bearer. But going back to what happened with the clash there at the narrow path, now we have here the Fenrir, and whoever gets the Fenrir also would really have a stand a chance to take down the messenger. I hope Crimson would take the Fenrir. But looking at here, yeah, there's a lot of Crimson here.
Yeah, Crimson is contesting the Fenrir. It was mostly NEKOMATA earlier on.
Skurai.
Skurai gets it for Crimson, so that's good points going towards the way of Crimson. Keeping themselves in the game so far, not giving up just yet. The Water Elemental Lords do spawn along with the Evil Spirit, so they do have to split up their members to get all of these objectives across the map. But that also means that CL will be able to hang on to this horn a little bit longer. We do see Crimson putting a lot of effort in towards the Undying Water Elemental Spirit, but NEKOMATA is trying to contest there as well.
Oh, there's also people, I think 2 or 3 parties from NEKOMATA contesting the elemental spirits. Undead Soul is also up here. But now we're currently watching Santo Woody and the rest of Crimson trying to get damage against CL here.
They're surrounding the Valkyrie. They might be able to get it. Oh, teleport coming through. No, gets cancelled again by the Bewitched. Can they keep the Bewitched
Again.
chain going? He gets
again.
Bewitched again. The teleport gets cancelled and cancelled. Oh, gets
And
cancelled again. That is huge. They are able to keep the Valkyrie in position
And
for
again.
a very long time. But where's the
They're gonna go
damage?
down.
A little bit more damage to bring it down. Can he teleport? Oh, wait,
10%.
he gets the teleport in time. Gets the teleport. Gets the summon off. CL managing to escape that gauntlet. He almost fell there. Look at the HP on
Yeah.
the horn. Almost falling. 25% left. He's going to be getting healed up there by the Wanderers, by the Priests. But that was a close call there for NEKOMATA.
Yeah. I mean, great support coming from his party mates because the teleportation has been, cancelled and cancelled. So I think it's still the help of his teammates, like what you mentioned a while ago. People or players, they know their role and they're doing their best to do so. All right, so a couple of players from Crimson trying to catch up, but they will be dying. And I think this is 2 or 3 parties from NEKOMATA just guarding CL. At this point, they're moving towards the upper right once again. Our starting altar.
Yep, NEKOMATA pops their move speed buff just to make sure they're able to create some distance away from Crimson. The score hasn't been growing. It is still an 800-point lead going, 800,000 lead towards NEKOMATA, but it hasn't been growing, and that's a good sign for Crimson. They've managed to stem the bleeding, and now they are going to be able to work on closing in the gap. Remember, if they are the last owners of the horn towards the end of the game, they get another 200,000 points going towards their way. So that might come into play here, as we did see in yesterday's semifinals.
Yeah, I
But here-
totally forgot that. The last horn bearer, additional points. Thank you for reminding me.
CL just walks through the a huge stack of Crimson members here. We see Kenwar trying to chase up, slows it down a little bit. Here comes another group of Crimson from the flank, trying to bring it down, but CL just moving very smoothly. Not much CCs, slowing down the Valkyrie. No annoying Dorams, no annoying GXs, really slowing down his advance, and he's able to make his way up to another altar, this time in the bottom right. And 6 minutes left. We are about to hit the point of the game where all points are multiplied.
Yes, that is correct. And now we're just waiting for this altar to respond. But looking back again in this kind of position, I think NEKOMATA's already ready to, body block anyone or wipe Crimson at this point. Like what you mentioned, very smooth when it comes to uncontested. It's really uncontested.
Bewitched.
I mean, Santa Woody here once again trying. Divine Teleport will be used, but yeah, it's being cancelled.
Yeah, Santa Woody has really been on point with the Bewitches, keeping the Valkyrie in position, but CL able to get the teleport off. Now it's a 1 million point difference. Crimson slowly losing their grip over this game. They need to capitalize on the next few minutes, because all points are doubled, which means that all the objectives you get is going to be able to net you double the amount of points. But here, the horn heading towards the top right, already gotten the altar. Moving towards the bottom right this time. There is just 3 more altars left standing at this point in the game. And look at this, CL walking through the danger zone. There's so many members from Crimson. The Bewitched lands. He has no teleport this time. He can't get out. This might be the point where they lose it. Good Oblivion. Goes towards the way of Skurai. Skurai gets it and will be able to run away. He has the support of his guild around him, and just in time because now we reach clutch time. This is the last 5 minutes. All points are doubled, and Crimson will be able to make up some valuable points here.
But I think Skurai is kind of stuck going towards the altar. He did not manage to get through the altar in time. So yeah, pretty good chase coming from NEKOMATA at this point, but me and the rest of Crimson trying to wipe any people coming from NEKOMATA right now. They need to rack a lot of points. You mentioned this is double points right now, but still 1 million is a million. Everyone's struggling. Yeah, in this narrow area, they're struggling. And now for the exit here, Scry, they need to go to another altar or another area to evade and get more points while holding onto the horde, but he's having a hard time doing so.
He needs to get out of this place.
Hallmark.
He should have a teleport very soon, but he just needs to survive a few more seconds. Thankfully, he has the support of his guildmates right around him, but they are slowly being overran here. Can they heal up the Valkyrie? Can they keep it alive long enough for him to cast the Divine Teleport? Looks like they are able to create just enough space for him to back off. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we do see the Garm being contested. Skurai gets the teleport off, and that's going to buy him a lot of time.
Yeah, Fenrir on the other hand has already spawned in the middle, and everyone's kind of busy at this point. 3 minutes more in our clock, and Crimson, they need to get points from any objective possible. Skurai looking for the next location. I think gonna go for the fire element. No. Skurai go to the top. Just getting a lot of points, while other people coming from Crimson busy on securing other objectives and getting points.
Yeah, just buying as much
Good
time
doing
as
the
he
math.
can.
If you're good at math, right, Zero?
Can you
quick math?
If Crimson manages to get all these objectives that are on the map, they do not get the Fenrir, which is going to be huge. Let's see if they are able to secure the other elemental lords, which are spawning at the same time. But looks like they are losing out in most of them. Crimson do have control over the fire, so that might be one that they are able to secure. Evil spirits are also spawning. Looks like not much contest on towards. Oh no, the Valkyrie does fall and apologize. Will be the one to get it. Uses the group summon. to recall the rest of his guildmates. The objectives only Earth left standing. We do see the Fenrir form
Fenrir.
by Nekomata protecting the horn right now, and the score lead has been extended to 1.2 million right now.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, having both Fenrir and the Heimdall Messenger to your side really gives you an advantage all throughout from the beginning up to this point. Nekomata's on point when it comes to securing their objectives and how flawless they maneuver all throughout the map. And at this point, I think Nekomata, they're just maneuvering the Heimdall Messenger away from as far away from clashes and battles. That's what they are doing right now, and they're they're
Teleporting.
securing they're securing the horn. And yeah, I think I gotta do the group summon if it's on cooldown. 1 minute more here. I think just waiting for the cooldown.
She
Apologies.
should have it very soon, but he is walking through a danger zone here. There are a couple of members from Crimson around the corner. He has to watch out. The horn is going towards the bottom right. The last remaining outer, nope, trying to create some space, runs towards the edge of the map. Here we see a Doram giving chase. Actually, Fruity Tooty managing to catch up as well. They're slowly chipping down the Valkyrie. Is being slowed down here as well by the Doram. And now Apologize trying to create some space, trying to juke them with his best crossover move, Allen Iverson. Through and able to retreat to the safety of his guildmates, keeping him alive for the moment. He should start taking divine backlash damage very soon though, so he has to watch out on wait he's moving.
48 seconds in our clock. Apologize doing all the things that he can to evade people from Crimson, but he can actually just debate them if he has like a group summon and just throw in all the
Apologize.
skills. Gonna go down really low here, 5% probably, but yeah, we're gonna go back to Apologize. I think it has been Skurai was able to secure that, but won't be enough because still we're only down to the last 20 seconds of the game. I think you have to end this 0.
Yep, Skurai pops the move speed buff, pops the shield, trying to create some space. He is looking like he should be able to hold on to it. That's going to give them a valuable amount of points, but it might be too little too late here. Last 5 seconds, the 200,000 points will come huge for their help, but they are still a little bit too far there as Nekomata, with a huge dominant performance, able to secure game number 1.
That is true. What astonishing gameplay coming from Nekomata. They started strong, they ended really strong, and all of the mechanics objectives has been ticked and marked and secured here by Nekomata. But still good game played for Crimson. They've given their all. We've seen how they fought well, fought hard, and even snatched the Heimdall Messenger a couple of times, but still, won't be enough. Hopefully for game number 2, I mean, this is a best of 3. Don't lose hope. We still have more games to be played for the evening.
Yeah, we've seen signs of life from Crimson. They're not, they aren't rolling over and just letting Nekomata win. They are contesting. They are moving around. They are trying to slow them down, and that's a good showing there from the side of Crimson. They're still showing signs of life if they're able to be a little bit lucky in terms of the objectives, as well as just making sure that they are constantly being able to contest the Valkyrie. We might see a much closer game, but at least so far it will be Nekomata taking game number 1 in this best of 3.
And talking about taking, our viewers will take something later, but for now we're just waiting for the post stats data. We'll be posting the total scores, amount of kills, how long they've held onto the horn. But yeah, looking back at that match, like what Zero mentioned, it's not like super like one-sided. I mean, Crimson, they did their best as well. Tutti Frutti always on the lookout, been chasing around, and I forgot the player who keeps on contesting the divine teleportation, Santo. I forgot, but anyway, I won't forget the points here. We have 3 million against 1.6, 2,244 to 712 enemy kills, 31 to 15 boss kills, and 805 horn possession time to 260. All of these objectives will fall to the hands of Nekomata.
Yep, just a very dominant performance across the board there by Nekomata, getting most holding on towards the horn for the longest of times, and even the kills. That is a big difference in terms of kills as you take a look at the top players from the side of NEKOMATA after the game number 1 performance. Ray now getting the most kills. Healing Seer by Isla Maunusen. We've got Harvest, your favorite job, the Harvest Monarch by Witchies, and of course Hornbearer CL has been able to hold on to their horn for the longest of times.
Yeah, so this is for the top players coming from NEKOMATA, but we will also recognize top players coming from Crimson Guild in just a bit. So yeah, we have to recognize the efforts of all the players, but here, we have to show them the top five for each of the guilds. All right, so we're just waiting for the KV, but yeah, you're okay. So here is for Crimson. We have Videl as their horn bearer. Apex Hunter will be Skurai. The Unstoppable is B. Healing Seer and Terror. Harvest Monarch will be Alexander. Yeah, I've also remember B just trying to catch up with the horn bearer together with Skurai. But yeah, hopefully for game number 2 they will be able to lock down horn bearer or take it down. But I think horn bearers are also quite tanky. They have shields, right?
Yep, they have a couple of buffs that they can use. They have shield, they have the teleport and group summon as well, of course. So a lot of things in their arsenal to be able to try and keep that horn alive. But still, game number 1, fantastic performance there by NEKOMATA, starting things strong. A 1.5 million gap is nothing to scoff at. It obviously is not just the main battlefield. We don't know the exact breakdown of the scores from the RuneScape and Felons maps as well, but still NEKOMATA looks like they have been able to be very dominant across the board. Just looking at the stats, so great start here from NEKOMATA, but Crimson, they cannot give up yet.
Yes, this is not yet the end of their journey and not the end of gift codes, because we have the next gift code for the evening. It's code time ROOX11. Again, it's code time ROOX11. Please redeem it, share it to your friends, your guildmates, and don't forget to share the live stream as well. And keep on interacting, guys. Once again, code time ROOX11. Redeem this, Zero. Redeem this.
A huge thank you to 11 for the incredible support of the Loki Cup. One team, one champion, no limits. The world's #1 gaming top-up platform. Seamless and secure, trusted by gamers worldwide. And remember, if you top up from now until November 20th, you stand a chance to win a fully paid trip to the Ragnarok Festa on December 13, happening in Bangkok, Thailand.
Yes, so once again, don't forget to create an account on 11, because in a bit we'll be having our live raffle, and I think we have a little bit of surprise, so want to keep the viewers here until the very end of our grand finals here at Tier B. But yeah, in just a moment, we're gonna show you on how are the mechanics on how you can join in our live raffle. So it will be posted somewhere here, but for now, please redeem our gift code. Once again, thank you so much, 11, and to all our viewers and the adventurers chat. Thank you so much. Right, Zero. We're just waiting for the live. Okay, there you go.
There we go. Yep.
All right.
666 diamonds plus 1,000. Sorry, 6,660 Nyan berries plus 1,000 diamonds. And this is your chance, all the viewers in the audience. Make sure you follow this format: UID plus server name plus username plus your cheer for the Loki Cup 2025. It can be for a player, it can be for a guild, it can be for anyone at all. Just make sure you follow the correct format, and Nikki will be selecting through how many lucky winners this time?
This one, five.
5 winners.
All right. So 5 winners for this, and then for the later for the surprise, it's going to be 3 and 3. But yeah, for now it's going to be 5. So we're just waiting for the comments for the entries. Once again, put in your UID plus your server name plus your username plus cheer for your Loki Cup 2025. And since we have 2 minutes delay, Zero, so I won't be getting entries for now. Maybe we can talk about game number 2 adjustments you mentioned. Well, kind of predictable, since you mentioned the factors wherein NEKOMATA has an advantage. Let's say power and also numbers.
Yep.
Because you need a lot of people moving around and helping not only contest but take the horn or the other objective. So yeah, what could be a good adjustment for Crimson for game number 2?
I think maybe putting a little bit more importance on the objectives across the map, making sure that you have enough people to try and contest. And if Nekomata is trying to get their objectives as well, you have to be able to stop them. So they have to utilize the strengths of their members. You know, move the correct members in towards the correct positions to try and secure the objectives, because we did see early on the score was rather close and it sort of got a little bit out of hand towards the later stages of the game. Maybe it's nerves, you know, like if you look at the score and you know you find yourself falling behind, that's when you get nervous or start to panic, which is something I tell my guildmates not to do. Like, just turn off the score, don't look at the score, focus on the game, because
I want to ask, do you also command in the main field?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep, but before we head into game number 2, let's take a look at the highlights of game number 1 between Nekomata and Crimson. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Loki Cup Tier B Grand Finals between Crimson and Nekomata. Nekomata able to get the first point on the board in this best of 3, but it is not over yet for Crimson. They do still have a fighting chance. My name is Zero, and joining with me today is Nikki, and we are about to start game number 2 very soon.
Yes, this is a best of 3 series here in the grand finals of Tier B between Nekomata and Crimson. So you already mentioned 1-0 lead in favor of Nekomata. And while we were actually showing them what transcended during game number 1 of the best of 3 series of the grand finals, I already took screenshots. So chat, don't worry, I already got the 5 winners, lucky winners of Nyans and Diamonds, right? So we still have a lot in store. We still have surprise live draw. So yeah, I think that the chat's still putting in their entries.
They're still going through, you know.
But yeah, I've already taken 5 winners, so congratulations to those winners. It will be automatically sent to your in-game mail, so be sure that the number that you user ID, it has to be correct, or else it will be forfeited.
Yep, I do see most of the formats are correct, so I'm pretty sure most people, if you are lucky and you've been selected by Nikki, you are able to get those prizes very soon. So don't worry too much about it. Don't have to spam customer support. Or
some are farming. Because the people here, I've already seen them during the other day. So yeah, they're farming. Aura farming? They are farming.
They're farming something. They're trying to win the Nyans. I mean, 666 Nyans is a decent amount for any player. But speaking of decent amount, we are about to start game number 2 very soon. This will be the decider in a way, whether we'll be getting a game number 3 or will Crimson bow out 0-2 towards Nekomata.
Well, of course, like the viewers, we really want to push for game number 3. So hopefully Crimson will be able to bounce back for game number 2. Whatever adjustment they need to do, they have to do it right now for game number 2. On the other hand, Nekomata is always on point. Even the Heimdall Messenger, the Horn Bearer, is also good when it comes to maneuver, like crossover, like sidestep, and debating the skills, like sometimes going into the middle and then teleporting and then group summoning. They know what skills to use. I just want to go back, like what you mentioned a while ago, that you've been commanding in the main field, right, Zero? So you mentioned that they have to keep their nerves, don't be nervous and that. But how can you be a good commander? Like, how do you say it? Good commander, like
it's kind of like, you know, if you're working in a corporate environment and you know
Well,
you have
leader.
you have a team, right? But so there is only so
Leader.
much that a commander can do. You have to trust your
yeah.
teammates. You have to trust that, you know, they have your back. They know what to do, and you just sort of direct them lead them in the right direction, and
thought you
trust that they will do
micromanage
the
them.
same thing. No, micromanaging, for me, I'm not a
Won't work.
fan of micromanaging. It's just very counterproductive, and
Mhm.
you know, you just have to trust the people that you selected, because remember, these guilds,
Trust.
they've gathered with each other, knowing that
Mhm.
they're going to go in this tournament, this Loki Cup, for the fight of their lives. And
Yeah.
if you are going into a war with other people, you have to trust them. You have to trust that they have your back, and that's going to be very important here, especially for both Crimson and NEKOMATA. The match we are about to witness, game number 2 in this best of 3 finals. They have to have each other's backs, because a little bit of trust goes a long way, especially making sure that everybody knows what to do.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Everything that you mentioned with your insight. Okay, I'll take it. So those who are, you know, planning to join another Loki Cup in maybe next season, take it from zero. Words of wisdom coming from zero. But yeah, another thing that I hate when it comes to guild leagues like this is like pointing fingers after every match. I really hate that. That's why I'm not. Zero, you've been playing competitively. On the other hand, I only play like casually. I don't really play competitive because I really hate pointing fingers. But yeah, how do you even handle failure? Have you ever experienced failure in guild leagues like this?
Yeah, I mean, to grow as a person, as a commander, or even as a guild, you have to meet failure, right? Because it's the lessons you learn from failing is how you succeed in the future. So making sure that everyone is aligned to the goal of the guild or of the group of people you're playing with, that's the most important thing, because finger pointing doesn't progress you, right? It doesn't improve how you're playing, or doesn't improve the people around you. So you just have to, you know, ultimately the people you play with, you were the one that made the choice to play with them. So if anything, the finger should be pointed at yourself, because you chose to play with them despite, you know, knowing their flaws and whatnot. So you know, all of that aside, it's still a not a one-man game. It's a huge group of people coming together to try and compete for the Loki Cup or the Tor Cup or the Odin Cup, whatever happens. As we head into game number 2 here, Crimson, one last chance to prove that they belong here in the grand finals. NEKOMATA, can they secure this? Or will we go towards game number 3 as they head towards the Fallen Valkyrie? NEKOMATA, the first to engage the Valkyrie. Nope, gets pulled away towards the side of Crimson.
That is correct. 15,000. I mean, this point, always at the opening, both Crimson and NEKOMATA points are actually tied up right now. Valkyrie here standing tall in the middle, NEKOMATA here at the right side, but a couple of people from Crimson already emerging wanted to actually contest this, but I think they're gonna focus first on PK, or on killing people first before they actually secure the Valkyrie, and I think that's what they're doing, and they're kind of successful in doing so.
Yep, but Crimson does have the better position in terms of hitting the Valkyrie here. We do see NEKOMATA on the opposite side as well. Valkyrie about 40% away from falling here. Who's going to be able to get the last hit? We do see Fruity 2D. We do see Bang Uchok over there trying to finish it off. It's about 10%, about to fall very soon. NEKOMATA does look like they have the control over there. 2D Fruity still
So
alive,
low.
still fighting. Here comes the Oblivions trying to slow things down, trying to make sure they secure the last hit. It's about to fall. Who's it going to go to? It's going towards the way of... Oh, goes towards the way of Chapter 1 from NEKOMATA. So he gets himself 30,000 points to start off the game, as we do see NEKOMATA climbing to an early lead so far. 100,000 lead and the opening moments of this game as he's trying to teleport away. Divine Teleport will be used, not be stopped here. Oh, nope. Actually, wasn't teleporting. He's just waiting for a little bit and just gonna try and run away.
Yeah, maybe conserving that skill. Chapter 1 being chased here with a couple of people coming from Crimson. Will be held here for a bit, but we're not seeing any skills being utilized by Chapter 1. 40% or kind of 50 here, but a few parties coming from NEKOMATA to the rescue, and they were able to successfully fend off people coming from Crimson.
Yep, it dropped pretty low down to about 40%, but still alive so far. Looks like they're just trying to bait them in for the moment, or Chapter 1 is being healed up there by the priest, but Crimson is already there to contest, dropping down to about 25%. Dropping very low. He might fall here. The Divine Backlash definitely putting him to Tootie. Gonna get the last hit. Yes, he does. No, he does not. It will be someone else getting it. Can't see who it is. Francine. From Crimson getting the last hit. He uses the group summon and will be able to try and run away. Actually teleports off to the top right corner of the map.
Alright, waiting for the altar here right now. We also need people coming from Crimson to defend the area, but hold the thought, NEKOMATA. I think this is quite a number coming from NEKOMATA. And this is not looking good for Francine. No supports for Francine. About to go down there. And that was just a flawless move coming from NEKOMATA. Snatching it. Born to be now the new bearer of our horn.
Yeah, but he's not walking away unscathed. They're already lost quite a bit of HP, and the bottom side, there's a couple of Crimson members around the area as well. They might be able to slow him down just enough for them to catch up here. We see B in the front lines, slowly attacking it down to 50%, 40, 30, is dropping down very fast. Crimson doing a much better job this time in contesting the Valkyrie, and they get the horn once again. It is going to be Tomioka from Crimson getting it. He does have a teleport in about a minute. Oh, but loses it almost right away. Apologize will be the one to get it. Uses the group summon, keeps everybody on his team around the area. Uses the buff as well, just shooting up everybody, making sure that they are able to survive. But Apologize taking a lot of damage as well. He's walking in towards the danger zone. There's a couple of members from Crimson still chasing him. He's about 40% HP. He needs some support, needs some healing on that side, but looks like he's able to walk away.
Almost 20 seconds for the altar, almost near the altar actually. So yeah, I think if we can just, I think it's still feasible for Apologize to, yeah, I think they will be able to get this altar at this point. Chapter 1 taking damage. People, NEKOMATA needs support here, needs to fend up parties coming from Crimson. 25%. Apologize about to go down. 5. And there we go. Apologize gonna go down there, but Slurpee from Crimson will be
teleports. Does have the group summon as well, and he's able to teleport to the bottom right corner of the map. Gets the altar and is able to create some distance. Meanwhile, we do see a couple of members from the side of Crimson also going for the Earth Elemental Lord. The gnome will fall very quickly, and Crimson, this is a much better contest than we've seen in the early game. In the game number 1, they've been able to contest these the horn much more this time, and holding on towards it is definitely going to be coming to huge.
That is correct. So now they're moving from the lower right side here, another altar area here. I think they're conniving here already at the middle, but there's also pretty much number coming from NEKOMATA. I think 1 or 2 parties kind of being wiped right now. Slurpee taking damage as well from Backlash later on. Oh, that is so
damage.
That is so bad here. Almost sliver of health. It's gonna go down. Crimson.
Apologize gets it.
Apologize.
He's low though. He's gonna fall very soon, and Crimson gets it back straight away. Skurai will be the one to secure it, trying to get away. There's so many members everywhere. He's not really able to just walk away out of here unscathed, but looks like they are managing to wipe them out slowly. Crimson does have control, and Skurai should be able to walk down and on towards the next altar very soon. Looks like just enough space have been created. We see the world giving chase to Skurai. Skurai about half health here. He does have backup just around the corner, but he needs to stay alive for a couple more moments longer. Oh, group summon once again, keeping everybody around his corner. That's going to be huge there for Crimson. Look at the backup coming in from side of Crimson, able to keep him alive for a couple moments longer. He is still stuck here though, can't go down from this high ground. But his teammates are slowly clearing the space. Skurai needs to get out of here though. He's dropping down very low, being surrounded.
I think it's full guild commit for both of the guilds here. looking at the minimap, it's full guild commit for both of the teams here. But Skurai still holding on, looking for a safe area. But we need to take into account that they need to go to an altar. Maybe waiting for a cooldown for the teleportation. So yeah, that could be a reason too. Now moving here, Branch from Nekomata was able to snatch it away from Scoot.
Yep, and uses the teleport to the top left corner of the map. Group summon there as
Summon.
well. So Crimson is kind of stuck here. They have a lot of ground to cover if they want to contest this this horn. There's a lot of members surrounding the Valkyrie here from the side of Nekomata, but Crimson seems like they are putting up a much better fight in this game.
Compared-
About 700,000 points difference so far as they hit the horn hits towards the bottom left corner of the map. But look at the red dots. Crimson is already making their way up there.
Yes, they know where's the next location. They predicted that, but hopefully they'll be able to be there on time to contest it against Nekomata and take down Branch Force. But as we can see, there's a hefty amount of Nekomata parties here can actually defend Branch Force, and that's what they're doing right now on that narrow area. You mentioned that from the middle, Crimson, they already know where's the next location, but it's just so hard for them to penetrate here in this narrow path.
Yeah, that's the strength of genetics here. Able to secure this choke point very well. We do see Crimson trying to push up the best they can, but they can't break through this wall. At least they keep Branch up here. Branch is slowly going to start taking damage from the Divine Backlash. So that is the silver lining here for the side of Crimson. But still, they haven't been able to break through this wall. We see Bang
Yeah.
Ucho already on position. Oh, Crimson is starting
From
to come from
behind.
backline. Branch dropping down low. They might be able to get it. It's about 20% HP, 10% dropping low. They're
Almost.
breaking through. The Valkyrie's about to fall. Can Crimson get the last hit? Who's he gonna go towards to? Oh, Branch finding an opening, running away, getting through, and making his way towards the bottom right corner of the map.
Yeah, surviving. Branch is surviving, and Branch is doing it without any support. I think most of Nekomata people or players, they were left here in this narrow path. So yeah, surviving amidst all. But MJ07 will be able to snatch it away. But MJ07, does he have divine teleportation or what? Oh,
Doesn't
okay, so
teleport in time, but looks like
Yeah.
Nekomata might be able to get the
Nekomata.
Bewitch comes through, stops the teleport just in time. The Valkyrie dropping down very low, gets cancelled once again, and B will be the one to try and teleport away. Good use of the Oblivion, create some space. Good teleport away from Crimson as they get themselves the horn. 1 million point differential though so far in the last
Yeah.
10 minutes of this game.
kinda same story, but I mean, yeah, you mentioned they improved. Hopefully they'll be able to hold on to the horn for the longest time that they can. Someone apologize going after here against B, but still at least B has some supporters here, but I don't think it would be it would be easy for B to actually go to the next location. As we know, Nekomata is really fast when it comes to catching up. I mean, Anna and Cypher giving damage here, catching together with the rest of Nekomata. Fenrir has also been taken by Nekomata. So it's also an advantage and additional points here for Nekomata. B going towards the people and Clash there, and then just debating everyone since everyone's going after him. But Yuko will be snatching it away and using the group summon here to fend off people from Crimson.
Yeah, B kind of stuck on an island by himself, who didn't have backup around him. And Nekomata able to secure the horn back towards their favor. Look at how Nekomata has been moving. They've been always grouping together, moving as a group, and they've always been able to defend the horn very well. Crimson has been able to put up some good contests in this game at least, but it has just paled in comparison from the defense that Nekomata has been able to put up. Now they have the outer in the top right corner of the map. Crimson is still a little bit away from arriving at the location, but the defense has been already set up, and Nekomata is already moving the horn, aiming to go to the bottom right corner of the map.
Yes, towards the next location it is. 2 or 3 parties always assisting the horn bearer. And that's what you mentioned, the difference here with Nekomata and Crimson. Crimson's kind of like scattered, or I mean, taking them a bit much of time to contest or to catch up. But Tutti Frutti, it's always been Tutti Frutti or B or the other people from Crimson, but not a whole party to go after and take down the horn bearer here. 2 minutes before a new altar will respawn. Secured. Safety is still secured here for Yuko. Tutti Frutti might be here, advancing his way, but still looking at the numbers. I mean, advantage-wise, NEKOMATA still has it.
Yep, Tutti Frutti pops the Flame Arbiter, trying to bring down the Valkyrie, but Yuko has been able to be defended very well by the rest of his guildmates. Look at the amount of members that NEKOMATA has surrounding, protecting the Valkyrie, keeping it in their possession for the longest of time. They are heading towards the bottom left corner of the map. We do see Crimson's catching up, but still being slowed down there by the supports. Good defensive positioning, good defensive plays, especially with the precast. But here, Crimson trying to wrap around. They are trying to surround the Valkyrie. Yuko making a run for it as fast as he can. We see Skurai. That's the biggest danger from the side of Crimson. He is getting close, but Yuko able to move the horn towards the high ground. That's gonna be another tough nut to crack.
That is correct. Heavily protected, uncontested, and another narrow path being guarded here by NEKOMATA. They're always one step ahead. They're always one step ahead against Crimson here. So yeah, I couldn't really say more when it comes to their positioning on how they rotate. And yeah, communication-wise, everything's on point here for NEKOMATA. Crimson taking in a lot of damage. Now they're being wiped here in this area. They cannot even go near the horn bearer, just going towards the next altar location. This might be just a couple of NEKOMATA people, probably 2 or 3 parties. But still, cooldown on teleportation has been used. Group summon will be used as well. And another clutch play coming from Yuko. I think this is the longest. Is it the longest horn held?
It's pretty much up there. I mean, Yuko has been alive for at least 5 minutes, I feel. And he's been moving with the horn very well. But if you look at the members from Crimson, because they were pulled down to the bottom left corner and the teleport was towards the top right, that is a lot of ground for the members of Crimson to cover. But
you
they
have
are
to hit
coming
your
in from the
20k
front.
steps.
Yes.
Hitting your 20k steps.
Keeping himself healthy here, Yuko still doing pretty okay. Does have the horn. His guildmates are still surrounding, protecting him. Oh, but looks like he might be walking in towards a very difficult situation here. Pops the shield, whoever the commander is. Good timing on the commander skills.
Nice.
Making sure that everybody takes the least amount of damage possible. Yuko trying to find an opening, trying to find a way around the opponents here. He finds an opening, goes straight towards the bottom right altar. That's true. Whoa.
That's very sneaky move going from Yuko. from the sides towards the altar.
If pardon me for my initial D reference, but using the gutters as they like to call it, makes his way to the bottom right altar, activates it, and heads on towards the bottom left. Now, will Crimson be able to spot this out? Because right now, last 5 minutes of the game, there is only 2 more altars left available to be used. That means the horn can only travel in basically 2 directions if they don't have teleport. Oh, Yuko dropping down the half. He's in a bit of trouble. Supports are kind of scattered right now as Crimson find themselves being able to take pot shots on towards the Valkyrie. He doesn't have it. Divine Backlash damage coming through. He's dropping down very low. Can Yuko survive? No, he cannot. B will be one to get the last hit. Can he get out of here? Does have Divine Teleport. Uses it. No cancel. Gets it off. Teleports to the bottom left corner of the map. No group summon though. Look at the HP though on B. He is almost falling. But is able to be healed up there by the health plant from the genetic. At least just a little bit, but at least he stays alive for a couple of moments. Meanwhile, we see a lot of members from both guilds actually contesting the objectives in the middle side of the map. You've got the Guard, you've got the Fenrir, you've got the Elemental Lord spawning at this point, while just really leaving the Valkyrie to go on a stroll, you know? Take a look at the sites around the map while they secure the objectives in the middle.
And add more points to their team. But still, 3 more minutes to go here. B was able to snatch it away from NEKOMATA. But like you mentioned, they wanna keep the Valkyrie away as much as possible from Nekomata here. I think this is like 4 or 5 people guarding B. No group summon though. Probably waiting for the cooldown for group summon, but Nekomata's almost everywhere, right side, left side, and B just trying to evade everyone, taking a lot of damage, gonna go down there. Still gonna be snatched by Nekomata, adding more points to a group summon will be used right now. And that is a nice call coming from a player from Nekomata. And they are just moving around and about, like you mentioned, a stroll, hitting their 20k steps every day here. I want to go back to your initial what do you call this? Reference? Sorry, brother Zero, I'm not yet alive. My mother has not given birth to me yet. I don't know initial D.
Hey.
Deja vu. But yeah, brother Zero, Kuya.
Last
I don't
2
know.
minutes. Last 2 minutes of this fight, 1,600 point lead
do
there
the maths,
by
do the maths.
Crimson. It is almost impossible for them to catch up. It's about 300,000 if you get both Valkyries on both maps, but it might be too little too late here as Nekomata closing in last 2 minutes. Oh, bad teleport though. This is exactly where Crimson was actually around that position, and it will be Crimson getting it for themselves.
I think so.
Skurai gets the last hit, gets the summon, but here comes the Oblivion, keeps them in place. This might be the worst summons in the world because they are just open to be hit there. The Fenrir joins the fight. He brings a good amount of damage. A couple of terminal statues being dropped down as well, trying to bring down Skurai. Skurai trying his darnest, trying his best to survive, but he's slowly being surrounded. He does have a couple of supports in the area, but he can't get out. He does fall, and it's going to be the side of Nekomata getting it. Name Nut getting the Valkyrie, uses the group summon once again. Bottom left altar is open if they ever teleport there. That is the last open position standing, but already 3 million points being hit here by Nekomata. This is just an insurmountable lead. I think Crimson, there is no chance for them to come back from this.
Yes, 30 seconds. Is this a deja vu of what happened during game number 1 here? Everyone's just kind of stuck here at the narrow path here. AoEs, statues, skills, oblivious, everything has been committed. Name Not November about to go down. Sliver of health here, trying to hold on to his dear life. Still manages to survive together with the rest of Nekomata. Now 14 seconds. Will it Name Not to actually bear the horn until the very end here and giving us a 2-0 clean sweep for our grand finals? Everyone's still committed with PKs and PvPs. 1 second, 2 seconds to go, and Nekomata finally our Loki Cup 2025 grand champions for the tier B.
Yep, Nekomata put up such a defense, especially in these choke points. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Nekomata, they bring the Valkyrie towards the altar, and they defended the choke point so well. They weren't able to push through at all. Crimson had a tough time trying to contest the Valkyrie in these choke points, and Nekomata just put on a very good show for us, showing how defensive positions using the generics coming into play, that just created such a huge point gap that Crimson really could not overcome.
Yeah, somehow you mentioned that Crimson, they improve as compared to the previous match, but somehow it's still the same when it comes to the overall, the macros. Yeah, they were able to get a bit of like steals and snatches, but yeah, still Nekomata has proven to us how solid they play, how fluid they move around. The rotation is always on point, and even the utilization of the group skill. I mean, group teleportation, the divine teleportation, the group summon, and so on and so forth. Even the shield is also on point, right? There was some point where their ult was gonna be wiped, but then they popped the group shield. That's good.
Yep, really good timing around their skills, and it feels like, just looking at the entirety of the fights, it felt like Nekomata they practiced for this, knowing to defend the choke points, buying as much time as possible. That kept the horn in their possession for just so long, and Crimson just had a very tough time breaking through all of that. And props to Crimson as well. I mean, they've made it this far, all the way to the grand finals. Both of these guilds are still from Frontera 7, so go Frontera 7 Pride. We got one, lads. Just one more to go. Right? At least we have a champion of Loki Cup here in Frontera 7, regardless of the outcome of tomorrow. But hey, still, fantastic showing from both these guilds. NEKOMATA really showcasing how a coordinated guild can really just create that gap, that separation, you know, despite being equal in power, having the better coordination and just better guild play overall, was able to show the victory here. It is a 2-0 unfortunately for Crimson, but hey, still a good performance from both these guilds. As you take a look at the post-match stats, 2.1 million, almost 2.2 million differentials for both these guilds, and you know the elements, all the objectives shows the same thing. Better contest on the horn this time there from Crimson, but ultimately still not enough.
That is correct. Now, this is the post-match data. If in case you just tuned in, we're showing you guys what transcended during game number 2. This is, by the way, a 2-0 sweep for the best of 3 series. And now we have to acknowledge and give, you know, acknowledgement to the players from NEKOMATA who put in a lot of effort. Hornbearer will be Yuko, like what Zero has mentioned. For the longest time, Yuko was able to hold on to the horn. Apex Hunter would be Succubus, the unstoppable CL. Healing Seer here. I cannot read it, by the way. Harvest Monarch is a Witchies.
Again, Witchy is the best
Again and
farmer in the Felons map. Nua on the other side, the other guild, despite you know losing 0-2, we still have to recognize the fantastic performance from all the players, especially these top players from the side of Crimson. B, Skurai getting 2 titles for himself, the top killer and the unstoppable as well. And Terror again with the Healing Seer, and this time Point Dex as the Harvest Monarch for the side of Crimson.
Still a good run here for Crimson. Like I mentioned, props still props and kudos to Crimson. They made it this far. Actually, both teams are deserving. It just so happened that NEKOMATA came prepared, they did their assignment, and they executed their strategies and their plans well. And another thing, don't worry guys, if you're sad, it's alright, because I think we will be having a live raffle in just a bit. I'm thinking if we're gonna give like gift codes, but yeah, probably live raffle. So yeah, no, another gift code. Birth Loki B champion. So please type it in the comment section so that everyone can see and redeem. Again, Birth Loki B champion.
Yep, this is the first ever Loki Cup champion that we are crowning here in Ragnarok Online Origin Global. It is tier B, of course, but we know both these guilds have been really proving themselves. We've seen the coordination, we've seen the plays that both these guilds were able to bring out, and not just today, but throughout the entire round of 32 up till now. It's just been a fantastic journey for the eventual champions NEKOMATA, and of course Crimson making it this far as well. So congratulations again, NEKOMATA. They get the physical medal, and I just can't wait to see what it looks like.
Okay. So yeah, so everyone, don't forget to redeem this. Zero, redeem this as well. Okay.
Already done.
Oh wow, fast hands, everyone. But for the viewers, chat, do not go anywhere else because we still have more surprises to be given for tonight. We have more live raffles, so please wait for the mechanics. But I think Zero, they already know the correct format, right? So we're gonna post it here in just a bit. So yeah, and I'll be picking. I think I'll be picking.
How many winners?
If it's with 1-1, then 3 winners. So I'm just waiting for the. Okay, so this one is 5. This one is 5
winners for 666 nyans and 1,000 diamonds. So make sure you put your UID, server name, username, and your cheer for 2025 Loki Cup. It can be for a guild, it can be for a player, it can be for me.
It can be for
Nikki.
Zero.
It can be for Shipdone, Junko, Bolton, Abigail on the other language streams as well. Or even it could be for anyone. So make sure you just type in your support. Show that you are here witnessing history with us in the 2025 Loki Cup Tier B Grand Finals, and you might be able to be selected by Nikki for 666 nyans and a bunch of diamonds as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot once we get in entries because we're kind of delayed. We have 2 minutes delay, so I'm
Mhm.
just waiting for the entries. Once again, it's UID plus server plus username plus your cheer for Loki Cup 2025. You have to type in the correct format, the correct numbers, or else it will be invalid and forfeited. So yeah, I'm seeing entries now, so I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Yep,
And
start
put
sending them in, and this is not the last one. Like Nikki hinted, throughout the entire day, she's been hinting there's gonna be a little bit more, so it pays to stay and witness the champion because you might be able to get exactly this, a 30 USD 1-1 physical card as
yeah, I'm
well.
gonna
So
get three
yep,
winners.
another 3 winners for this 130 USD gift card. So make sure continue on with the cheers, continue on with your comments there in the stream, and you might be selected to get this.
All right. So I'm taking 3 winners for this one. All you have to do is to create an account at 11. Click on the plus button, plus sign, add credits, and then click on redeem code. Once you click on the redeem code, type in the 16-digit code that will be sent to your in-game mail. So you have to put in your correct user ID, or else it will be forfeited. Wait for 7 to 14 days, guys. Do not message us. Okay, it's automatically sent to your in-game mail. So I'm just taking more winners. All right, I got it. I think I got it.
Okay, great. And is
Oh,
that it,
here.
Nikki?
No, this is 50. 50
Oh,
USD.
surprise for
credits.
everyone. Even more for all the viewers who have been staying with us until the end here. Make sure you continue on with the messages, continue on with your cheers for all the players, for all the guilds that have participated or will be participating tomorrow or today as well. Make sure you type it in the chat in the stream, and you might be selected there by Nikki for $50 of
Woo!
1-1
I want
gift
that.
card.
I want that. I want that. Let's go, guys. I am gonna select three again. 3 winners
Another
for
3.
50 USD 1-1 credits. Thank you so much, 1-1.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much, Fan Juan, for being able to continue supporting Ragnarok Online Origin, especially Loki Cup. One team, one champion, no limits. The world's #1 gaming top-up platform. It's trusted by gamers worldwide. And if you top up on the website from now until November 20th, you stand a chance to win a fully paid trip to the Ragnarok Festa happening in Bangkok, Thailand on December 13th this year.
Okay, I've already selected 3 winners. All right, so for everyone, please do stick around and see us tomorrow for the Tier A Grand Finals on November 1st, 2055, 22:30 UTC +7 home versus Frontera 1. Hype it up! Zero, hype it up!
Yes, tomorrow, if make sure you are here at the same time as today, as we will be crowning yet another champion for Loki Cup, but this time for Tier A League. We have the Dragons going up against the Bear, a rematch of the Odin Cup Grand Finals that happened just a couple of months ago. It is going to be Frontera 1 going up against Home, happening tomorrow, but that is tomorrow's news, because tonight, that is going to be all for me and Nikki.
Yes, as for me, thank you so much once again to Gravity Game Hub, 1-1 Enjoy Maker, especially to 1-1. Thank you for the strong support. Everyone, if you're looking for a top-up site, it's guaranteed, it's trustworthy. So create an account and start loading and top upping your way. Okay? So once again, thank you so much to top up. As for me, thank you to the viewers. Daghang salamat mga ayasib. Maayong gabi. Thank you so much for watching. Tech team, org team, viewers, contestants, every adventurers. Thank you so much.
And that's going to be all for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Good night, everybody, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!